could have brought her, well, I could have brought her 1,000 times. All she's going to do is watch the stock report on the television. She's never going to, you know, regurgitate Walt Whitman, even though she supposedly went to a college of some kind, but I don't know what she did there. She certainly didn't learn anything. She knows nothing about anything. Well, she knows how to survive. Don't try to pull a fast one on her. That's what she knows. But didn't learn that at college. Anyway, let's get it back here. So here, looks down, is erect, bends an arm, an impalpable certain rest. He likes that sort of thigh cocked to one side. Looking beside curved head, curious what will come next, both in and out of the game, watching, wondering, just standing aside. Backward I see in my own days where I sweated through fog with linguists and contenders. I have no mockings or arguments. I witness and wait. And here's another confession. I believe in you, my soul. And the other, I am, must not abase itself to you. And you must not be abased to the other. So whatever we are together, we are together. There's no separating us. And one should not abase itself to the other. Again, this flies in the face of the Hinduism that we just read, whether you see that. It probably flies in the face of any Christian belief that you've been presented with. It flies in the face of most of these body and soul or approaches to existence. Now he gets on, changes gears. Loaf with me on the grass. Loose the stuff from your throat. Not words, not music or rhyme I want, not custom or lecture, not even the best. He knows he's a prophet. He's expecting something from people. Only low like I like, the hum of your velvet voice. He likes to lie on the grass. We don't have much grass in the West that we can lie on. It's always harsh and prickly. But back east, if you've ever been east of the Rockies, they have wonderful grass. How many have noticed that? That the grass in the east is delicious, soft grass. It grows up and has a sweet smell to it. You just like to lie in it. You like to pick pieces of it, chew on it, stuff like that, put it in your mouth. How many have experienced that I'm talking about? You know it. You guys know it. So you know it. So the Westerners who haven't been back east, the grass here is hard and prickly. You've got nothing to pick up and chew on. You don't feel like lying on it much. But the grass back east, you just want to get on it and lie on it, and you can lie on it for hours. And there's always something buzzing around and some nice smell and stuff like that. He likes to loaf. That's anything wrong in it. He's not advocating, working every minute of your life. He thinks it's good to just stop and take it easy. And that's why he's talking about loafing all of the time. And now he remembers another day. And this is pretty raunchy for 1855. I think you will agree, don't you think? I mind how once we lay such a transparent summer morning, how you settled your head athwart my hips and gently turned over upon me. Male or female, I don't know here, but I'm sure it's male. And parted the shirt from my bosom bone and plunged your tongue to my bare stripped heart and reached to you, felt my beard, and reached to you, held my feet. Oh my God, we're really down and dirty there, that's for sure. So these are the kind of things that I think frighten them. What is this man talking about in a poem? And this is not Longfellow. What was Longfellow's whole name? What was his name? What? And this is not Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. You know, merrily, I forget how was that, the Paul Revere. And this is the midnight ride of Paul Revere on the 17th of April in 75. Hardly a man is now. What? It's not that kind of stuff at all. I mean, this is another genre. Well, this is, I guess, the Beats did respond to this kind of thing. That's why they took him up. Swiftly arose and spread around me the peace and knowledge that pass all the argument of the earth. I guess after that episode it did. And I know the hand of God is the promise of my own, and now we know he's still talking about God and religion. And I know the Spirit of God is the brother of my own, and that all men ever born are also my brothers, and the women my sisters and lovers, and that a counsel of the creation is love. He made that word up, and I don't know what it means, but I can imagine just some part of the creation. And limitless are leaves, the name of this book, leaves, still are drooping in the fields, and brown ants and little wells beneath them, and mossy scabs, and the worm fence, heap stones, elder, lane, and pokeweed. Now we're getting into some of the really deep stuff, if you want to call it that, or hard stuff of the poem. And the title here, A Child Said, What is the Grass? Leaves of Grass is the name of this. Fetching it to me with full hands. How can I answer the child? I do not know what it is any more than he. I guess it must be the flag of my disposition out of hopeful green stuff woven. What is the grass? What is the grass? Or I guess it is the handkerchief of the Lord. A scented gift and remembrancer, designedly dropped. Look at that English, designedly dropped. We call that alliteration. Really nicely done. A scented gift and remembrancer, designedly dropped, bearing the owner's name some way in the corners, that we may see and remark and say whose. Or I guess the grass is itself a child, a produced babe of the vegetation. Or I guess it's a uniform hieroglyphic, and it means sprouting alike in broad zones and narrow zones, growing among black folks as among white. And for anyone who thinks America was racist at that time, well, insofar as a grassroots person, and you can call him grassroots really, like Whitman, there's not an inch of racism in him. And, you know, I get tired of hearing all this about, you know, whitey